Hey, welcome to Jerk's Corner one more time. Here we are. Oh, man, have we got a good show for you today. This is going to be so awesome. I've been waiting all week to do this, so I'm excited to get this show rolling. We got some great guests in the house. We've got, of course, we got Ryan Miner, always, which has disappeared. And then we've got Rhonda Green, of course. Rhonda, how are you today?
Good morning. I'm fine.
Good, good. And then also we have live from the Stratosphere in Las Vegas, Chris Davies and Scott Taylor.
Hi, guys.
Peace and grease.
Peace and grease. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, I can't wait to talk about all the stuff. Ryan's got his mute on, so he must be doing something important over there. Oh, there he is. Peace out. Peace, love, and chicken grease. So, we want to talk a little bit about what we did in Moab today, but what are you guys doing? You're in Las Vegas right now.
That's right. Yeah. We're in Las Vegas. We're here waiting for Interbike to start.
Yeah. I'm gonna come down there. I'll see you guys in just a couple of days, and we're gonna go down to Interbike and check that out down there. Let me give a shout out to all of our sponsors really quick before I forget. Of course, we got our sponsor Strider Balance Bikes. Get your kids started on a Strider Balance Bike, because you don't want to put them on training wheels. That's backwards thinking. That's old school. Don't do that anymore. Don't torture your child. Just put him on a balance bike, and then he'll be pedaling before you know it. That's good stuff. And then also we want to give a shout out to Cali Helmets, which is our main sponsor of the show. And then also they were the sponsor of our trip to Moab, which we will start seeing a lot of pictures of pretty quick. What do you think, Chris? Did we get some good photos while we were down there?
I think we've got some really great photos. I'm seeing the guys from Cali tomorrow to run through some of the stuff, so we'll know then when we can start putting some stuff out.
Well, I like to hear that. And Ryan's got on a special jacket today. Ryan, tell us about the jacket you got on.
This is my Pimp Daddy glow-in-the-dark jacket, and it's become infamous on other shows. And I am sweating my ass off today. Okay.
So tell us about the jacket, because there's some people that don't know about the story and don't know what's going on with that jacket.
This jacket is allegedly a jacket that was worn by none other than Courtney Love. Okay, I cannot verify that. But I think it was. Anyway, somebody brought it into me and sold it to me, pawned it to me. I ended up with it. And I've had plenty of people want to buy it, but I don't want to sell it for cheap because Courtney Love wore this stinking thing, and I'm sure of it. So it glows. Like you go in the dark, and it's just like a glow stick, man. It glows really, really well. So you can't see that right now.
So have you taken it in the dark? You've gone in the dark with it?
Yeah, you know what? We tried to do that on a show in the past, and we couldn't get it to work with the cell phone thing, but. Trust me, man, this thing is like, and it's a Hugo Boss. It's not just any jacket, man. This thing is.
And it's full length, right? Like if you stand up, that's full length.
You can't see it, but it goes. I mean, it goes all the way to the ground. But don't I look good? Do I look good in it? Did you just shake your head, Rhonda?
Right.
It is what it is.
She hates this jacket. I don't know why she hates this jacket.
It's a flasher jacket, is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, you could roam around in the evening and flash people with that. That's what that's all about.
Maybe I'll try that. But it is hot, man. I guarantee this thing is warm.
Yeah.
But I will stick it out and wear this thing the whole show.
Yeah.
So.
Let's go over to Scott Taylor over in Vegas there at the Stratosphere. Where are you guys? Are you on the 10th floor? Where are you?
23rd floor.
23rd floor.
Isn't that the penthouse?
Wow.
No, it goes up higher than that.
No, I think 23rd is the top.
Is
floor.
it the top?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not the penthouse anyway.
It's not.
Oh.
So what's going on up there, Scott? What's going on in your world today?
Well, I was doing a little real estate training. I'm a real estate agent, so I did a little training and snuck out of that to come hang out with you guys today and meet up with my friend Chris here.
Nice. Chris, how's it going over there? Do you like staying at that place? Is it pretty decent?
It's all right. The views out the window are very good. I think I heard some thunder and lightning, and I can look out over to the mountains. I'm looking away from the strip. So, no, it's a nice view.
Nice. What about? I want to talk about what we did in Moab. I mean, we went down and hung out for a couple of days down there. What? How did it go? I mean, you're coming from England and over here to the United States into Utah. What was that like for you? I mean, tell us a little bit.
It was pretty sick, and I got to thank you, Kirk, for sorting out the Utah bit of my road trip. So I'm doing a West Coast and Southwest road trip. I flew into San Francisco 11 days ago. I rode in Marin and I rode in Tahoe with some good friends from Sacramento, and then I rode in the Nevada desert really early one morning, and then I hooked up with you guys, and we spent 4 days in Moab, and we rode some great stuff. Slick Rock, if I remember, and what was the trail we rode at night? What was that trail called?
A Massaback.
Massaback, man, that was sick. That was the views from the top of a Massaback were unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then on the last day, we took out one of the guys, Dave Griffiths. He's a crazy son of a gun, and we got him kitted up in all the Cali Protectives equipment and all the padding and stuff, and we threw him off some rocks.
He threw himself off some rocks.
Well, okay, yeah, he threw himself off some rocks, and then yeah, we got some great images, and yeah, we hope that they're going to go out soon.
Yeah, that's good stuff. What do you think, Scott? Did you have a good time down there? Scott went with us down to Moab. What do you think?
I had a fabulous time. You know, I'm coming back to mountain biking after a layaway of, I don't know, 10 years or so. Started biking again for about a month, and then reached out to you for some questions and got invited, and it was a mind-blowing experience. I'm totally hooked again.
Yeah, what? Tell me about that. I mean, we put you on a really cool bike and then let you ride around in the rock. Well, tell us about it a little bit.
Well, you know, I'm coming from a hardtail that I bought in 2004, so it's 10 years old, and it's a bit of a jalopy now at this point in its life. And called you to ask some questions about like what to do next, and ended up getting invited on a trip that really is, I mean, seems to me like a once in a lifetime thing to get a demo, full suspension, fabulous bike, and ride around with a bunch of guys who really know what they're doing. And I learned so much, and had, you know, a great photographer here taking photos of me. And I'm just a dude from the neighborhood, basically, and had a chance to hang out with all you guys and meet Downhill Dave and Super Coach Jeff and Mr. Photo here. So it was fantastic for me.
Oh, that's good. That's what I like to hear. You know, we did have a good time. It's nothing better than to hang out with a bunch of friends and go and hang out in Moab and experience that down there. There's so much more to go see. I mean, we didn't even get to see all of it, but what we did, we tried to get some of the highlights and get some good photos. But boy, you can really have a good time down there.
Well, Kirk, after I left you guys, when you guys headed home, I went to Arches National Park, and that was out of this world. I didn't ride there. I just did some hiking, and then I went to, how do you call it, Zion's, yeah. Zion's National Park, and oh wow, I hiked up this cliff. And I stood on the edge of this ledge to take some photos of the canyon, and there was a 1,000-foot drop the other side of my camera. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, that's cool stuff. Nothing like that. There's just nothing like that place. Looks like another planet.
And yesterday I went and rode in Gooseberry Mesa. How do you say it? Mesa?
Yeah, Gooseberry Mesa. Somebody's calling us. Somebody's calling us on the bat phone.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for calling Jerk's Corner. This is Kirk. How can we help you today?
Cheryl D says, how fun to see Chris Davies from Not London live on Jerk's Bike Shop Corner. And we're saying hello to William Rock, Dawn Schwick Renshaw, and Jessica Maynard, Alina, well, I can't ever say her name. Alina is out there. So
oh, good. Thanks for chiming in, guys. Good to see you on the show. Hey, and anybody that wants to go to Moab, anytime you guys want to go, we'll hook up another trip and take anybody that wants to go.
Like so, Ryan, can Ryan go on the next one?
Well, that's what we felt really bad. I was going to ask Ryan about that. Ryan, you were invited to the trip. What happened?
I don't want to talk about it.
Kind of emotional.
Yeah, it's an emotional thing for me. Last time I started talking about it, I curled up in a fetal position in the corner and started sucking my thumb. So, so yeah, it was a little brutal. But you know, as long as you guys had a good time, okay. So.
That's funny stuff. That's funny stuff. No, we did. We had a really good time. It was great. You know, we had James Williams on here for a second. He just jumped in and then he jumped out. We were going to talk a little bit about nutrition. I'm going to do that anyway because I want to point out a couple of things. 90% of cycling is nutrition and now these days. And if you prepare yourself to go on a ride and prepare yourself after your ride, you're going to have that much more fun. Scott, I don't want to call you out on the carpet or anything, but tell us a little bit about nutrition now that you've had experience with that.
Well, you know, I came into this thing really just straight off of the couch pretty much, and so I just figured I'd fill that Camelback with water and I'd be fine. And I bonked pretty hard. I got about 4.5 hours into one of those days and just absolutely fell apart. And I had vertigo, and I just literally almost lost control of my emotions. And, you know, if it wasn't for Super Coach Jeff, I would have probably just unraveled completely. He got me pumped up with some electrolytes, and they got some protein in me and got me back to life again. But it was kind of scary, and you know, I got some heavy-duty coaching over the next couple days on how to prepare and how important it is to know what you're putting into your body the day before or the 2 days before, and how it affects the ride a couple days later.
That's for sure. That is so important. What you just said, what you put into your body before you go ride is huge. That's the preparation right there. If you bonk out, or if you and sometimes that happens anyway, but if you don't prepare yourself for that, you can have some catastrophes. That's for sure. That's how people end up on the news. So, what do you think, Chris? Now that you've eaten a few things here in the U.S., what? Because I know you had some. Oh, we froze up. Did we freeze up?
Yeah, just go again, Kirk. I lost you a little bit there.
Oh, okay. So now that you've eaten some food here in the U.S., what's your favorite food?
Oh man, you guys do big portions, and I mean big portions. You guys took me to some barbecue place in Moab. We should give them a shout out. They were really good. Was it Blue Pig or something?
Oh, the Blue Pig. Yeah, good stuff. Man,
I had some great ribs. They were big ribs.
Let's do that. Let's give a shout out to the Blue Pig in Moab. Thank you guys so much. We'll ping them in on the show so that they can check it out. But
yeah, their hospitality was great. But yeah, I think they were the best ribs I've ever eaten. But you know what? When you eat all that food, it just means you got to ride twice as hard.
Yeah, that's recovery. That's comfort food. That's recovery food right there.
Absolutely.
And we ate there twice. We ate there the first day, and then we ate there again.
Yeah, we had to take the other guys there, right?
Yeah, yeah. What did you have there, Scott? Did you have a burger?
I had pulled pork over at the Blue Pig. Oh, I had a burger on the second time around too. That was good.
Yeah, we got the same. We got that blackened burger the second time.
Oh my gosh, that was good.
That was good. That's good food. So what we decided is that we're going to do a ride every year like this, or a trip like this. It might not be in Moab. We haven't decided, but it's going to be somewhere like that every year. And we're just going to see if we can make it bigger and bigger every year. So how many people do we have? 5?
Yep.
We're going to see, maybe we shoot for 10 people next year and see if we can increase that, double that up. So
well, I think I got some guys from England that would love to be involved, and I got to give a shout out as well to a very good friend of mine. I think he's watching today. His name is Manu Bustello. Manu, if you're watching, write a comment, and guys, you've got to follow this guy. He's a world explorer. He travels all over doing all sorts of extreme stuff. And we've got a video launching on Vimeo just this week about a recent trip we did in Moab called a mountain bike adventure. And it'd be really great to get Manu out here and let him experience some of the places that we rode.
That's Malta?
Yeah, Malta. It's a small island in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Very different terrain to Moab, but yeah, give him a follow, give him a plus, and check out some of his stuff. It's very inspirational.
Now, what's his name again? How do you spell it?
Manu, M-A-N-U, Manuel Bustello. But we call him Manu for short. He's from Argentina. He's a great guy.
Oh, yeah, we've got to check that out for sure. So yeah, you're invited. Anybody's invited. So come along. It'll be a great trip. We started the planning already. So next year we're going to do the same type of thing, and it'll just be bigger and better. And you know what? Thanks to Cali Protectives, they really hooked us up. They protected our melons. We were out there in the hot sun, and with those nice big vents in the helmet, that was really nice to have those on when we were out there. It was nice to have that. So we appreciate those guys very much. And we looked good on camera, I thought. Boy, Chris, you made us look really good.
Absolutely. Will you remember my 3 rules for taking a great photograph?
Yeah.
First of all, you got the background right. So make sure the scenery that you're taking the photograph in looks good and is kind of in tune with what you're trying to shoot. Second, make sure that the lighting is right. Yeah, we didn't shoot anything at midday because the sun was overhead and it would give us big shadows under our eyes. So we didn't do any shooting. We shot in the morning and we shot in the evening. And then the last thing is the subject. Make sure your subject looks good. And I was very fortunate to have 4 really cool-looking guys from different kind of genres. We had you and your brother is XC. We had Scott as the kind of the usual run-of-the-mill kind of guy that actually buys the mountain bikes. And then we had Crazy Dave, who we all know about Crazy Dave. So yeah, make sure your subject's right. So background, lighting, subject.
Elbows out, stand up.
That's right.
Elbows out, stand up.
Off the saddle. Make it look like you're going fast even if you're not.
That's right. That's good stuff. Hey, Chris, how about one more little tip? I know you gave me some really great photography tips while we were out there, and man, even some of my shots just recently are looking way better. So maybe just one more little tip you could give us.
I think something that we were editing some photos one night, and I was showing you. You said, "Hey, I like that one," and I deleted it, and I said, "No, I like this one," and you were like, "Well, what's the difference?" And I said, "Leading lines. Look for lines in the background that point towards your subject." So, you know, if you're taking a photograph of a cyclist on the road, look for the curb. Look for the curb to draw the eye into the line of the cyclist. When we're in Moab, for me, the most beautiful lines were the colors in the rocks, that kind of the transition from the pinks to the grays to the browns in the rock, and we made sure that they led into where the cyclist was. And it's these subconscious lines that highlight the subject for you. So look for that. Try that this week. Take a photograph and find some leading lines that draw your eye into something that you want to highlight in the picture.
Oh, that's great. That's great advice. Thank you so much for letting everybody know that. I just couldn't believe it. Every time you would do something, I was asking. I probably bugged you a lot. I was asking you lots of questions, but that was good stuff. Oh, looks like we got James in here. James, are you here?
I think I'm here finally. Sorry, guys. Jeez.
Oh my goodness, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. James Williams, thanks for coming on. This is Top Jimmy CPT. He's in the house. He's going to tell us. He's going to tell us all about our nutrition. We talked a little bit about it while you weren't here, but Top Jimmy, take it away. Tell us about what we need to do.
Hey, just like last week, I'm going to give you another day of eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Again, these are balanced meal plans where you're going to be really close to your perfect balance in carb, protein, and fat, which is 50% carb, less than 30% fat, and 20% protein. So I'm going to give you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and if you eat this way, your nutrition's going to be balanced, and you're going to feel fit, and you're going to feel energetic, and you're going to be ready to work out with me. So for breakfast today,
it's not an easy task. Just believe me when I tell you, working out with Top Jimmy is not easy.
Thanks, Kirk.
It's worth it, but not easy.
Yeah. Yeah, the first couple times Kirk and I worked out, man, I thought this dude's not in nearly as good a shape as as he thinks he is, but he turned it around. He turned it around quick and really dropped some pounds this summer, and his bike times will attest to that. So let's start with breakfast. Today we're going to have half a cup of grape nuts and mixed with either a cup of berries or half to a full banana, either one. And 3/4 cup of almond milk and an 1/8 cup of walnuts. And if you put that all in a bowl and take your spoon and mash that up in together, it will make a nice oatmeal texture. And it is so yummy. You've got to try that one. grape nuts is a half a cup of grape nuts has 5 grams of fiber in it, 24 grams of your whole grains. You need about 35, 36 in a day, and 8 grams of protein. And that's the kicker for me. When you can eat protein to help build your muscle, keep that fat off your body, that's huge. And so, you don't think of these grains as having a lot of protein, but they do. And grape nuts has 8 grams of protein in it. So, and then we're gonna supplement that with a protein shake for your mid-morning snack. In between breakfast and lunch, you want a protein shake. You want this shake to be around 150 calories, around 25 grams of protein, and only a gram or 2 each of carb and fat, okay? And I got one here that you can buy at Costco. This is my new favorite. I don't like the name of it. It's called Combat Protein Powder, which I think probably decreases their sales, honestly, because people are like, well, I'm not a UFC fighter or whatever. But what you have in this is a very, very awesome blend of proteins, and you probably can't see it very well there, but proteins are fast, medium, and slow release, and you want a mixture of that, and this has all of that. So, and the reason you want that is you want fast release to recover from your workout, medium and slow release to keep you full and allow your body to use all that protein rather than expelling it, because your body won't store protein it doesn't need. It will expel it. So you have your medium and slow release, and your body can use all that.
Holy
we got ding.
James, we got somebody calling in here.
That bottle's huge.
Thank you for calling Jerk's Corner. This is Kirk, and we're talking about what you're eating, because that's whatever you eat goes on your body.
Cheryl D says, what can we substitute for grape nuts? They break my teeth.
Gravel.
Gravel.
It is gravel.
Yeah.
No, listen to me.
It is what it is.
First of all, you're going to mix that with your almond milk, your berries, and your bananas, right? Or berries or bananas, not both. And then you're going to mash that and get together with your spoon, and it's going to taste wonderful. It will not taste like gravel. But if you want to substitute that, you substitute it with your unsweetened oatmeal. Here comes my mailman, so my dog's going to freak out. Hopefully not, but anyway. Oatmeal is your substitute for grape nuts, but Cheryl and the rest of you, you got to try the grape nuts mashed together with the fruits and the almond milk. You got to try it. I promise you. It will shock you, because, yeah, grape nuts by themselves, well, that can be pretty nasty.
It's like gravel.
But
they pave roads with that. I think that's the same stuff they pave roads with.
I think it is. You know what I learned, though? What's so interesting about what you're saying is I didn't really like that kind of stuff to eat like that either. Like, I'm not a big grape nuts fan, but the less I ate of the Lucky Charms and the Golden Grams and the stuff you're not supposed to eat, the less I eat of those, the more I like the other stuff, and it makes you feel better. And that's what it's all about, is how you feel when you eat it. And so if sugar cereal makes you feel good when you eat it, well, that's great and everything, but you're not going to feel good later. You eat some grape nuts, the first couple of times you eat it, you're not going to like it that much, but the way it makes you feel later makes you want to eat that kind of food again.
It's absolutely true. You will feel full. You won't have cravings until lunchtime, and your energy level will be great, and you'll wonder why you have this mood. Our food system is so tainted. We've talked about it before. Lucky Charms and these sweet cereals, they do make you feel good instantly. They spike your sugar almost like a high. I mean, it is a real addiction, but you crash and you get hungry, and what does your body crave at that point? More sugar. You reach for a donut. You reach for, your hash browns. However Rhonda likes them.
I reach for 2 bear claws, and they get lodged right here in this region. That's what happens when I get...
That wasn't me this time, Ron. I didn't bring that up.
I was waiting for it, too, Ryan. I was like, he's going to say something in just a second, but Jimmy got me this time.
DJ did that all on his own.
Hey, so this is MP Combat Powder. It's at Costco. And Ryan was saying this tub is huge. Well, it is huge, but you get a great deal on it. It won't go bad if you keep it sealed. You'll use it before it gets, stale or anything.
Is that like a 20-year supply worth right there?
No, I mean, if you had a serving a day, this is going to last you a month and a half, maybe 2 months.
How much is that massive bottle of protein?
This one's about $35, $40, which if you price protein for one that size, it is phenomenal. And it passes the BICOT test, where the app BICOT we've talked about before. You scan your barcode with your BICOT app, and it will tell you if there's GMOs in it. It will tell you all sorts of things. I don't have time to cover it now, but it clears the BICOT app. It comes up with no conflicts, meaning they manufacture correctly, they treat their employees well, there's no GMOs, there's no fishy business in creating it or selling it, okay? BICOT app, you guys got to check that out. Let's move on to lunch so we don't burn all of Jerk's Corner's time here.
You got 1 minute, Top Jimmy.
1 minute. Okay, for lunch, we're going to go whole wheat pita. When you buy whole wheat products, the first word on the ingredients needs to say whole, and the word enriched needs to be off of there. Okay, we don't enrich whole ingredients. They're messing with you if it says enriched whole wheat, okay? That's not whole wheat or whole grain. So the first word's whole, and the word enriched is not on there. It's a whole wheat pita pocket. We're gonna stuff it with 4 ounces of turkey, a half cup of spinach, a little bit of tomato, and along with that, on the side, we're going to have carrots and almonds. That's lunch, okay? Afternoon.
That's it. That's all we're having.
Yep, that's it. But again, that's good food. You're going to feel full. You're going to feel satisfied. And moving on to the afternoon snack is just a handful, 8 to 10 whole wheat crackers, Triscuit or wheat thins. Again, the word whole needs to appear very first on the ingredient, and no word enriched on there. And real quick here, we're going to do dinner. We're going to cook a 6-ounce chicken breast and potatoes, sorry, potato, tomato, whatever, potatoes. So you get to eat potatoes. This isn't all just gravel and dirt road. Chicken breast, you're going to cook that in a half a teaspoon of coconut oil. If you remember our healthy oils, our coconut oil, sunflower oil, seed oil, and olive oil. Any other oils won't pass the BICOT test again, okay?
Jimmy,
and along with that, yeah.
Jimmy, can I ask a question? If you weren't too fond of chicken or turkey, could you substitute it for tuna?
Like from a can.
You can, yes.
As long as it's the large can.
Can, not too tall, but big.
But big around. The big tuna can.
Did you say tuna?
Yeah, is that okay if
that
we substitute that for a can of tuna?
It is. Now, a couple things there. Number one, try to avoid canned tuna, but hey, it's better than French fries. It passes the French fry rule. You guys are messing with me somehow here, because I can tell.
No, it's nothing. It's nothing to do with you, Top Jimmy. It has to do with something that
some personal joke
none
on
of
the
us
side.
could ever talk about ever again.
It's an inside Moab joke.
You can't.
Right, it's about tuna, so I'm really, really scared now.
It's less about the tuna, more about the can.
Okay. Now, number one, you kind of want to avoid canned stuff, but if you got to have it, it's better than French fries. This guy over here is losing his mind. He has to rub the tears out of his eyes. But okay, and the other thing about that is any of your light meats can be substituted across turkey, lean pork, and fish. Okay, you can substitute those across. Now, fish tends to get high in fat. Now, these are very fats, but even the healthy fats, you don't want to get over 30%. Along with that chicken breast that we cooked in coconut oil, we're going to have about a half cup of carrots and about a cup of broccoli along with that. And to drink, you're going to drink almond milk again. Now, you guys know my rule. We're only having 1 serving a day of dairy. This day does not have any dairy in it, so you could have a glass of milk or add cheese to your sandwich at lunch. But drink almond milk in place of dairy milk just for that reason. You don't want your body trying to process too much dairy.
Hey, Jimmy,
okay?
I'm allergic to dairy, so I can't have any. So that's a great menu. And I was just saying to Scott here yesterday, I had some coffee, and I know we're not supposed to drink too much coffee, but I had coffee with almond milk, and it was delicious.
It is. You guys start selling almond milk in your stuff, you will never go back. It is phenomenal. Now,
Yeah.
now again, let's shoot for the unsweetened almond milk.
Of course.
Yeah, it's even higher in calcium. It doesn't have as much protein as regular milk, but it also doesn't have as much fat. And almond milk is way higher in calcium. So for the women out there who might be aging, so to speak, almond milk is a fantastic way to get the calcium you need. Okay,
That's interesting you say that, because one thing that milk does, women will drink copious amounts of milk to try and get that calcium. Acid in milk will actually draw that out of your bones, so it's not the best way to go about that. There's other things that have calcium that will infuse more calcium in there for sure.
It's actually a different kind of calcium. Now, calcium is calcium. When I say a different kind of calcium, I'm talking about the delivery system, and that's exactly what Kirk was saying. One delivery system, you might get a little bit of calcium, but the way it's exchanging in your system is it's actually pulling a lot of it back out, and that won't happen with almond milk. It's a different delivery system. You'll store it all. I've recommended it to a lot of my senior clients. I hate to talk about age, but 50, 60 plus.
Okay, Rhonda's okay with it. She's fine.
Yeah, she's not there yet. She's still in her late teens, right? Early 20s.
No.
Barely legal, right, Rhonda?
So, Rhonda, when you're making your gravy for your hash browns, use
almond milk.
Okay.
Okay, in
So
my
real
defense, I've only had those once in a month. Okay, just so you know. Just once.
Say it. Next time you make them, use almond milk.
I
When you're
don't make them. I'm too lazy for that. I go to Hardee's and let them do it.
You go to Hardee's to eat them.
It's the first week of the month too, so I want to clarify. It's the first week of the month. You had it one time this week.
No, it's like last week.
Hey, so let me wrap this up for you. That meal is that daily meal is going to be about 1,600 calories. Now that's perfect if you didn't work out or aren't active. But if you're active, you need to add to that. What do we add to that? We add fruits, vegetables, and protein. Okay, and just add maybe a couple hundred calories per hour that you work out of fruit, veggie, or protein, or a mixture of it. Does that make sense?
Yep, sweet.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Anybody have any questions? We're going to move on to the next part of the show, which is the end of the show. Because that's where we're at. Hey, Scott, you got anything to say over there?
I don't think so. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I got a question for you. How you feeling?
I feel fine now. I'm all recharged. I'm back on it. I did go for a ride. When was that? I flatted out. I rode my jalopy, and I got to get that LaPierre. We got to talk offline about that. I need to make that happen.
Okay, we can do that. Mr. Chris, you got anything for us?
No, just to remind you to bring my new wheel. I went riding yesterday and I wrecked my back wheel, so I need a new wheel before we can ride to Interbike, because you didn't tell me that the hotel that you advised me to stay at is at the complete opposite end of an 8-mile strip.
I love. That's why I do it, because I can ride my bike down there.
Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, I think, and going to Interbike and hanging out, and I look forward to coming back here. I've had a great time.
Super.
An 8-mile strip? That's nothing on a bike. Come on, guys.
Oh no, it's really fun.
But yesterday, Scott made me walk it all.
There you go.
We walked it in flip-flops last night and went and watched the Bellagio water show. We had a good time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Rhonda, you got anything for us?
Yes, what is Interbike?
Interbike is a huge bike show where they show off all the new products that are coming out for the new season. Bicycles, wheels, tires, you name it. If it's bicycle, it's there. It's kind of the way it works. And it's at the Mandalay Bay, and we're going to spend 3 days down there just hanging out and looking at all the products that are down there. It's going to be great. Scott will be there. Chris will be there. Jeff, my brother, will be there. Lots of fun stuff. We're gonna have a blast.
When is that? When is that happening?
That's I'm not gonna get there till Wednesday, Wednesday day, and then till Friday, and then I go home Friday. Chris, when are you leaving? Are you leaving Saturday, or when do you leave to go home?
I'm shipping out of here Thursday morning. I'm heading up to Yosemite if the wildfires stop.
That's
and
right.
back over. I've got to go see the guys at Cali next week. So yeah, there's an outdoor day today and tomorrow. I'm going to head there tomorrow and ride some of the bikes. And then it's the trade show on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I can only go on Wednesday, so we got to see as many people as we can and hook up some deals for next year.
Perfect. Okay. Ryan, you got anything for us?
Yeah, I'm sweating my ass off.
Oh yeah, you still got the coat on.
You got the glow-in-the-dark coat on?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm. When you said it was the end of the show, I'm like, oh my gosh, thank goodness.
It's glowing in a different way.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
That was Courtney Love, wasn't it? If I remember right.
Courtney Love's coat.
Yep.
That's just odd. Odd. Hey, thank you guys for coming on the show. What a great show. What a great panel of people. Thank you so much. You guys are so great, and I appreciate all the help you guys give me and Jerk's Bike Shop. I really do. And especially to come on the show and spend a half an hour with me. I appreciate you taking out the time and doing that with me. So we're going to ring this show out. Thanks for coming to Jerk's Corner again. Thanks for Cali Protectives again and Strider Bikes.